Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on YouTube while you game. Um, Coming from you a stormy summer night. I got myself some cookies and some milk. I'm about to record this video. Another Elden Ring boss tier list. I just posted one. I meant to post it like a week ago, but I forgot. Like I filmed it, thought I posted it, went to bed, um, and now I just realized, oh shoot, didn't post it. So I just posted it now, right before I made this. Uh, a week has gone by, and I have played a lot more of the DLC, and I have fought every one of these bosses. I have not beaten Radahn yet. Um, just now, kind of getting to that. I haven't gotten to the second phase, but I actually enjoy him. So I'm just gonna rate all these bosses, all the Remembrance ones. I will say it's very hit or miss with these bosses, um, with the DLC bosses. Some are really, really, really good, and actually, one of these is my favorite in the whole game, base game and Remembrance, or DLC, sorry. And then I also have my least favorite in the whole game. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get started here. The Putrescent Knight. Okay. So, the thing with this guy, a lot of people absolutely despise him for good reason. You know, he is really wild, and actually, my best friend that plays this game too, he hates it. It's just very wild and sometimes hard to beat, but I think he deserves an AIDS here. I think that he tests you, he pushes everything to its limits, tests your reaction time. He's not super crazy on um, delayed hits, which in my opinion, think the one thing that makes a boss annoying or like just I can't with it is delayed hits because they used to be a cool little gimmick, but now like I'd say 80% of the bosses on this tier list do um, delayed hits. I think all of them have a move on delay hits, and that used to be kind of a little gimmick, but now it's just they've taken it too far. And honestly, I love Elden Ring. I think it's probably my favorite game I've ever played. But if I could have one complaint, it's the fact that in order to make bosses hard, instead of designing a good boss, um, they're just like, okay, we need to make this boss more difficult. Let's just throw in some delayed hits. So it's just really, I don't know. But he doesn't have a lot of them. He's just straight aggression, and I don't know why, but I liked it. I enjoyed learning his moves. It was fun. um, this is pretty self-explanatory. I just had to throw him in there. The dancing lion, very underwhelming and also just insanely weird. Um, it was trying to be Renala in the sense that it was trying to be super, dancing and graceful, but it ended up just being what like is even happening right now. Learning moves is just I summoned on him. I had no idea what was going on. It was not enjoyable whatsoever. I don't really remember much about him. I just remember him being really annoying. Same with Mr. Hogrider right here. He just had that one charge move, and goodness gracious, the hitbox is so janky on him. Um, Dodging the move is like impossible. You can't roll through it. You have to roll through it like like 2 frames before, like a frame before he gets to you, which is really consistent. In the sword, the hitbox is just it's huge. The hitbox is gigantic on his sword, so I just don't like him. I I just really did not enjoy this fight. Um, Either of these fights. What I did enjoy, in fact, hold on. Yeah, I was about to make a whole new tier for him, Loki, but that's too much work. Mesmer was the best boss I've ever fought, hands down. He had one, he had two kind of cheesy moves. The one where he puts you and he sticks you up in the air. I always just don't like those moves where they grab you. But at the same time, like it's part of who he is. Um, and also the move where he comes down and the swords come out of the ground after. I really don't like those like little follow up attacks. Um, you'll see a lot of the bosses have that, and it makes it's just there to make the boss harder. Um, they do that as well as delayed hits, but Mesmer really doesn't do delayed hits. It's just raw aggression. The arena's small. It's just learn the moves, learn how to roll and catch. If you do something wrong, he punishes you for it. Um, but really, the difference between like him and Mesmer and like the Hog Rider and the Dancing Lion, like it's these guys will the Dancing Lion, the Hog Rider will just like they'll it's not like where Mesmer here. Let me get this thought out here. Mesmer punishes you when you do wrong. These two, the two at the bottom here, you can play well, but it feels like if they get a weird it's a weird combo going or you make a mistake that doesn't even feel like a mistake. Like you just get hit once, it's just over. Mesmer is like if you die, it feels like your fault. And like I wouldn't get as mad as I would when I died to the Dancing Lion or the Hog Rider. And there's actually a few more bosses, Fingerman included. I'm putting him in D. Um, I didn't enjoy when I died to him. I didn't like when I died to Mesmer, obviously, but like when I died to Mesmer, I was like, okay, that's my fault. Let me get let's do better next time because like I realized, okay, I rolled too late, I rolled too early, I did wrong. He killed me because he punished me for a mistake I made. The finger guy and these guys down here, it just feels like they'll just catch you on these little cheesy moves. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. They'll cheese you, and you don't even feel like you made the mistake. It just feels like they got you, and you know you just died, and it's really annoying. Also, I don't appreciate the finger guy. Every time you die, you have to go back to and like blow the horn. It's kind of annoying, but you know he's an okay boss fight. I will say, if you want to kill this guy in like one go, just summon. He's really weak to summon. But I never summon. I've only had to summon on him and the Dancing Lion. I think I was just really short on patience that day against the finger guy. But I don't know. It's a pretty cool boss fight, I guess. It's not really that fun though. Can't say the same for this guy though. This guy is definitely A tier. He definitely made me really mad for a little bit, but I like the fact that his first phase is like just some dude, and his second phase is really just the whole boss fight. I like the reveal. The fact that he's a madness boss is really cool. He looks really sick. His attacks are cool. He has a lot of delayed attacks. And generally, like that would put him here. But just because of the fact that, you know, he felt punishable and it felt like when you died, it's like it's not as he wasn't as well choreographed as Mesmer, but he was actually really fun. I think he was a good boss. He's bottom of A tier, maybe B tier, but I'm gonna be nice and put him in A. Same with Radon. First phase. Um, so far, Radon is shaping up to be an amazing boss. Every time I die, I don't think I've raged at him once, and I've died like 20 times. You know, all these bosses have made me rage at least once, except Radon. Because I feel like every time I die, it's like, okay, that was on me. I just need to learn his attacks better. Everything's choreographed. There's no just like pause and then hit. Like no Margit stuff. He just he just is aggressive, but you can get some good hits on him. He feels good to fight. It's an amazing atmosphere, like probably the coolest arena and an amazing entrance. A really good fight. Really, really, really cool fight so far. I haven't made it to the second phase. I don't know if that second phase will drop him down to F or put him on S. I don't know. We'll see. But Lana feels like a B tier for me. A lot of people would put her at like S or A, but for me, I couldn't with the Rolana. But she's really graceful, and it's a really good fight overall. Um, she's just really strong, honestly. It's like a truck. Um, and you know, as cool as she was, some of her attacks were just like what, like the moon bounce one. How do you even dodge that? How am I supposed to dodge that? Um, it's a little crazy, but overall, I'd say B. And the only C tier boss right here. Um, she was just kind of meh. That's why she's in C, honestly. Uh, she had a cool. Uh, shoot, it's just unremarkable, honestly. I would honestly like if they could take any boss out of the game here. I think she would be the one I'd want. I wouldn't say take her out. I would say move her somewhere else. She didn't feel like a remembrance boss that's gatekeeping the end of the game because that's what she's doing. Like her and Mesmer. These are the you have to beat Mesmer, Rolana, and her to get to Radon. So like Mesmer and Renala or Rolana, they do their job. They're like really tough bosses, the really good move sets, especially with Mesmer. And then you get to this bug lady, and she's just like, okay. She takes tons of damage. Like she's really kind of easy, but she's not a bad boss by any means. Like I could even put her B, and I'd be happy with that. But just I wish she was honestly. It sounds crazy, but I wish she was a little harder. But in that same thought, I think if she was harder, she might be like F tier because she would be really like annoying. Now, last and certainly least, um, uh, the worst boss I have ever faced. Like I got something to say about this guy. Okay, so the first thing, he epitomizes delayed attacks. Delayed attacks, in my opinion, are the very thing that makes a boss annoying. Used to be a good gimmick, and like the other Souls games, never really played them. Actually, never played them. Period. Um, but I just know from I've been in the Elden Ring Souls game like community, and so they apparently used to be just kind of a gimmick, and now it's just it's everywhere. And nothing epitomizes that more than this guy. Moreover, 3 phases is ridiculous. And he somehow is able to get more annoying every phase. In the third phase, he just blows up. And it's really annoying. Because it could just like, you can get through 2 phases. It's like, I don't know, it feels like an hour of hitting this thing. And then it just blows up and you're done. You gotta restart. Like, oh my gosh. The only redeeming quality I can say is when it goes to its next phase, you can stab it in the eye, critical strike it. So I just put a Misericord on my thing because it has the best crit damage, and then I just did that. But other than that, like, it's just all of its attacks were annoying, all of its attacks were delayed, and it also had like the follow-up damage thing where like it would do your attack, you would roll and dodge the attack, and then it would hit with another thing like coming from the ground, um, which I hate in any boss that does that really. I think it should only be for like a few bosses, but like Miyazaki needs to come up with a different way to make a boss hard other than delaying it, like a delaying attacks, and then having like a second attack after the attack. Because like it's crazy the difference. Like these three bosses just have all of that, and then the top bosses don't really. Like I mean, I guess Midra does, but I don't know. He's cooler. He's cool with me. He's got the pass. But anyways, that's a list for me. Again, Mesmer is the best boss I've ever fought. Um, in the base game and the DLC, I think he is like right now it would be Mesmer and then probably Godfrey. Godfrey's really fun, but Mesmer is just he's just such a good boss. He's so well choreographed. Um, I just think he's really fun. But yeah, that's my list. I'm actually gonna go make another video right now. Um, I don't know yet, what on, but probably not Elden Ring related. Probably like some random food tier list. I don't know. I like making tier lists. They're fun because I like yapping. But yeah, that's about it. I will see you in the next one.